This is the Samsung Galaxy A15, the successor to the most sold Android smartphone from last year, the Galaxy A14, with a Helio G99 processor, an upgraded display, also while retailing for about the same price as this device for 190,000 Naira or about $160. Is this going to live up to the hype, or has Samsung made a huge mistake? I know you want to find out, and so without taking much of your time, yo guys, let's get started. Opening the box, you're greeted by a trusty USB-C to C cable, the quick start guide, you should find a SIM ejector, and the sleek device itself. Let's unwrap this. Okay, the Samsung Galaxy A15 embraces a sleek combination of materials with a glass front and a plastic back, held together by a lightweight plastic frame. So it weighs in at a mere 200 grams for the size. Not just that, the Samsung Galaxy A15 has a clever wedge-like design on the right side, right under the button array that provides a natural resting place for your thumb. I really like this one. I also like the fact that this is slightly smaller than the Galaxy A14, making it more comfortable to hold this device. For the ports, one delightful thing here is the retention of the classic 3.5mm jack for those who appreciate the freedom of choice in their headphones. A USB-C port is here, which is standard, and a down-firing speaker. The fingerprint scanner to the right doubles as the power button, offering a seamless unlocking experience that is intuitive, fast, and secure. Above that is a tactile volume rocker keys that respond effortlessly to your touch while adding a satisfying click to your interactions. Now the left side has this hybrid SIM tray for either a dual SIM or a SIM and a micro SD card, whichever rocks your boat. The rear is flat with the camera setup, while the front glass houses the familiar yet a bit dated dewdrop notch when compared to the ever-evolving tech landscape right now. A punch hole camera could have been best here. You also get a variety of color options for the Galaxy A15 to express your personality, with color options like Brave Black, Optimistic Blue, Magical Blue, and Personality Yellow. These are actually weird names. I also did notice that whenever you turn on the flashlight, it somehow illuminates the corners of the phone. I thought you should know. So as far as the build quality, this is standard and very much acceptable. There's no underwater rating, by the way, so do not use this for those underwater selfies. Speaker audio is one thing that is quite difficult to translate over video. I guess you just have to take my word for it. You get a clean sounding audio, slightly louder than what you get from the Galaxy A14. There is good bass expression, but this would have been better sounding through a dual speaker setup. That's a down firing and top firing speaker. But all you get here is just a single down firing speaker. And this seems to be a problem for me because you most times will get to block this while consuming media or gaming with the smartphone. Also, here's what the microphone from the A15 sounds like and what others will hear over the phone. Hey guys, so this is an audio recording on the Samsung Galaxy A15, the all-new smartphone, and this is basically what the other person would hear over the phone. I can't hear myself back now. I don't know what it sounds like, but I would love for you guys to tell me what you think about this audio quality, the expression of the highs and the lows, and also, yeah, the general thoughts on this in the comment section below. There are four main criteria I live by when it comes to picking displays for smartphones. These are the resolution, the refresh rate, display technology, and the brightness of that display. And this smartphone ranks pretty well for all four. Used to be 5 criteria, with the fifth one being the size, but almost every smartphone now is above 6 inches, so size is no longer an issue. For the resolution here, you get a 1080 by 2340 pixel resolution, which is HD+, and I score that a B+. Over to the refresh rate, you have a 90Hz display here, and I'll score that an A, with 120Hz being A+. Display technology here is AMOLED, which is an A+ in my books, and brightness being 800 nits, making this display a B+ in that category. So you can easily use this display outdoors without a lot to complain about. The colors on this display are vibrant and saturated. You have good contrast ratio, of course, as expected from an AMOLED display from Samsung. They've got you covered in this category. Under the hood, the Galaxy A15 is powered by the Helio G99 chipset, which is a quite robust and capable processor. And that is much more than the older devices around this price point. This processor ensures that your everyday tasks, from swiping through your favorite social media feeds to binge watching your go-to streaming shows, are executed with breeze. For the OS here, you get Android 14 out of the box and One UI 6, and the Galaxy A15 not only embraces the latest software innovations, but also gives you this seamless user experience. I mean, it's One UI. And guess what? You're in a treat for a whopping 4 years of software updates. This ensures that this device stays fresh and relevant into the future. Let's talk about the memory here. The Samsung Galaxy A15 offers various memory variants. I have the 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage model here. This is a sweet spot for a lot of people who would end up getting this smartphone to multitask and store their photos. Here are some other variants on screen here so you can pick from which suits you. Did I also mention you get an FM radio here that can be activated by having a headphone plugged into this headphone jack port. So I had to run some benchmarking apps like Antutu, Geekbench, and PCMark for Android, and I got really high numbers, sometimes almost double what we got from the Galaxy A14. And here are some of the scores on screen. If you're loving this video so far, a sub to the channel would really make my day. Thank you. So, gaming. The Helio G99 is designed to be a capable gaming processor, and it can run most popular Android games at smooth frame rates. This is evident on the Galaxy A15. I was able to play PUBG, had a really smooth experience with HD graphics and high frame rates. I also did have a really smooth gameplay session with Call of Duty Mobile on the A15. It maxed out at medium graphic quality and high frame rates. Other games I did try out here include Asphalt 9 and Genshin Impact. You're able to tell it's a budget device from the game's graphics, but the gameplay was somewhat smooth. I also did notice that this device would warm up a bit after a 30-minute session. It was reasonably warm, but not enough to raise concern. This might not give you the top-end level gaming experience, but the Galaxy A15 is that budget smartphone that would handle a lot of titles you throw at it with little sweat. This year, the A15 has dialed up its photography game, and it shows. The photos here are like a burst of life on your screen, well exposed, vibrant, and with a contrast that adds that extra oomph to your memories. Compared to its predecessor, the Galaxy A14, it's like the A15 went through a photography masterclass and aced it. The kind of thing I love. For the price, the Galaxy A15 is going to make almost every snap a memory worth cherishing. I know you want to hear the boring parts, so you have it. From top to bottom, the A15 gives you a 5-megapixel ultra-wide lens, a 50-megapixel main lens, and a 2-megapixel macro lens, leaving you with a 13-megapixel front-facing camera. The ultra-wide camera isn't the best there is. It's decent at best, but not the type of lens you'd catch me switching to. I'd rather take a few steps back and capture a wider field of view using the main camera. This is the same for the macro lens. I'd rather take photos using the main camera and then try to crop in somehow as it gets way better image quality in my opinion. This year, Samsung thought to throw in night mode photo into the Galaxy A15. Here's what a regular photo looks like on the A15 side by side the A14, and here's that same photo with the night mode feature turned on. Did you catch that? Zoom into the corners and you'd see that you have more details with the night mode shots. For the videos, you can record at a maximum of Full HD, which is 1080p for the rear cameras, and which is also the same maximum resolution for the front-facing cameras. Videos are really good when you get the perfect lighting, otherwise you might have to struggle with the videos coming from this device, especially for the front-facing camera. Both max out at 30 FPS in terms of the frame rate for the front and the rear cameras. You can also get a slow-motion video, but in 720p, with the smartphone. Sporting a robust 5000 mAh battery, this smartphone should last a lot of people all day. Whether you're a social media butterfly, the habitual TikTok scroller, thanks to its efficient energy management, you won't find yourself tethered to your power bank or wall charger all day. I was able to get a full day of use on an average use, and I could end the day with about 15 to 20% charge. While the Galaxy A15 doesn't boast of wireless charging capabilities, you have a 25-watt fast charging feature to save the day on this device. And with that speed, you can juice this device up from 0 to 100 in less than 2 hours, actually 90 minutes. Using a supported charger of course, but you do not get a charger in the box with the Galaxy A15. So, the Samsung Galaxy A15 is actually an upgrade from the predecessor, and for the price, which roughly matches the amount this retailed for, which is 190,000 naira or $160. This might be on track to being the most sold Android smartphone for the year 2024. And I actually do think this is great value for money. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and do check out my review on the all-new Galaxy A05s here. Koidate.